so you'll like the sound of family friendly someday, but maybe not yet. Maybe you'd rather have a more happening lifestyle now and settle down later. Well, I have some good news for you. You can find a healthy balance of both in beautiful, sunny Burleson. Let's get to it. Hi everyone, Wendy Pennell here, realtor and broker here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and loving every minute of it. Today, let's talk a little bit about the town that has a little something for everyone. Let's talk about Burleson. Burleson is a suburb of Fort Worth and is located in both Johnson and Tarrant counties. 2 counties. I wonder if that means 2 property tax rates. Yeah, it sure does. If you choose to live in the Johnson County part of Burleson, you're going to pay lower property taxes. In the Johnson County part of Burleson, you're going to pay a rate of $2.67. If you live in the Tarrant County side, you'll pay $2.87. Now, putting that in dollars and cents, a $400,000 house will cost you $10,680 in Johnson County, or $11,480 in Tarrant County. Same city, same Burleson vibe, same school district, and yet different taxes. So that's something to think about for sure. The community is on the smallish side with around like 26.1 square miles, of which, by the way, are beautiful rolling hills, parks, and lakes. Anyway, a little history for you, because it's always fun to throw that in there. Burleson was created as a midway depot when the Texas Railroad was extended from Denison to Waco. It was named after Rufus Burleson, who was the president of Baylor University at the time. But okay, enough of the history. How about let's talk about Burleson's demographics. Some cities, if you think about it, some cities you would describe as like great for single adults, like vibrant, lots of entertainment, high-rise condos with amazing views, and yet not so much the kid-friendly sports fields. Like when I think of that, I think of places like the Arts District in Dallas or Lower Greenville. Now, other cities you might say are perfect for families with children, like Southlake comes to mind. 56% of the families have children under the age of 18 in Southlake. You're going to find Burleson is more of a balance between these two worlds. Families with children under the age of 18 represent just around like 22% of the population. So when it comes to families with children, Burleson is more than the Arts District and yet less than Southlake. So it's somewhere in the middle. Now, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, Burleson is doing some fairly good growing at a rate of about 2% annually. Its population is right around 45,000. Now, if you were to compare that, like to say Frisco is growing at a rate of around 5% annually. So not nearly as big and not growing nearly as fast. Burleson residents believe in a hometown that is personable and small, as well as being extremely safe. In fact, crime in Burleson is 31% lower than the national average, and year over year, crime in Burleson has decreased by 10%. Now, if you're considering Burleson at all, you're probably wondering what the schools are like. Well, the Burleson community is very interested and involved in education. They have 13 public schools, 3 private schools, and they boast a 94% high school graduation rate. Burleson residents place a high value on continuing education. 23% of the population hold a bachelor's degree. I mean, this kind of data, again, reinforces that idea that the community values education and they have higher than average earnings. Okay, but moving on to my favorite topic, what is real estate like in Burleson? Well, remember I mentioned Burleson has a broad and balanced demographic of both singles and families with children? Well, the housing market supports that. It caters to all walks of life, from students starting out on their own to retired couples and even corporate CEOs. Now, I mentioned that Burleson is growing, but not what you would call an exponential rate. And I would say housing reflects that as well. I did a quick search on homes for sale and found 82 active listings. Of those 82, only 10 were new construction. So Burleson is not seeing this huge explosion of growth. Now, to put that into perspective, let's compare that to Midlothian. Burleson has that population of 45,000, while Midlothian has a 30,000 population. So Midlothian is considerably smaller. Burleson has 82 homes for sale, with 10 of those being new construction. If you take and you compare that to Midlothian, Midlothian, even with that much smaller population, has 105 homes for sale, with 51 of those being new construction. So literally half of the homes for sale in Midlothian are new construction. So let's reflect on that for a minute. Cities exploding in growth are going to have growing pains. I mean, that's a fact of life. It makes sense, right? The roads and infrastructure will have to adapt to meet the rise in population, which is going to mean construction and traffic jams. Think you'll see that in Burleson? Probably not so much. The median home price in Burleson is $300,000. It ranges as low as $120,000 all the way up to $2.5 million. Broad range in prices there, representing really, again, that wide range of housing needs in Burleson. Okay, so what is recreation and entertainment like in Burleson? Burleson has this massive recreation center they call the Brick. It has a fitness center, indoor pool, climbing wall, weight room, literally something for everyone. A family favorite in Burleson is the Pirates Cove Fun Zone. It has a large playground for the kids, water rides and splash pools. We're talking a full day of fun for the entire family. Now, the Burleson Antique Mall has something for the shopper in you. And of course, after all that shopping fun, you can treat your family to pretty much any type of cuisine you want. There are like 119 restaurants in Burleson. So the next thing you may be wondering, what's income and employment like in Burleson? Well, the median household income is right around like $68,000. The unemployment rate is a nice low 2.1%. So where do all the jobs come from? Well, according to the City of Burleson's data, the Burleson ISD and Hughley Hospital in Burleson employ up to 2,500 residents. I mean, I know I'm personally happy to see plenty of jobs within a suburb. I love to see that because it kind of cuts down on that commute, right? So, what is Burleson, Texas known for? Well, the community is definitely known for all of the hospitals nearby. 6 hospitals are within a 30-minute drive from the town. These include a pediatric hospital and a trauma center, as well as Hughley Hospital. So if you're in the medical field and you're relocating, Burleson might be a really good fit for you. One thing you might want to think about, of all the homes in the area, only right around 4% are vacant. And if you think about it, that makes sense with so little new construction going on. So if your sights are set on Burleson, you better hop to it. If I were to describe Burleson in one sentence, I would say it's a community with people of all ages with a little something for everyone. The students are overachievers, and the community as a whole really value education. It's growing, and yet it's not exploding in growth. It's a nice little city to settle down in while only being a short drive from the much larger cities nearby. But the question is, what do you think? Do you think Burleson might be a good fit for you? How about come on over to Texas and let's go take a look? At any rate, whether it ends up being Burleson or any other community in the Dallas area, I would love to help find the right community for you. And listen, if you found this information helpful, hop on over to my YouTube channel and let's get acquainted. And of course, while you're there, hit the subscribe button, click on that little bell. The Metroplex is this huge place, and I can understand that it might be really intimidating trying to figure out where to settle down. But it's my mission to cover every possible city I can. I mean, it might take me a while, but still. Anyway, I'd love to get acquainted and help you with your real estate journey. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great day.